always, thank you for tuning into the channel. So the last couple of weeks, my work schedule has been absolutely crazy. I get home, I've been very tired. Sometimes I can't turn my brain off. So I wanted to play a game, or at least show you a game that was going to help me kind of like lower my level a little bit, maybe be something a little relaxing, a little zen-like. So I was thinking, well, what do I have in my library? And unfortunately, while this game might be relatively popular, it probably doesn't get as much play time as I would like it to have. And not only for me, but I wish I saw more of it out in the open. Actually, when I went to Dice Tower West here in early February of 2020, this was a very popular game. It was so popular that it was always checked out. But for all intents and purposes, I haven't played it for a long time. So this game was designed by Henry Audubon, and it was published by Keymaster Games. And the game I'm talking about is Parks. It's a 1 to 5 player game, played over 4 rounds. It's a tableau building game with absolutely beautiful artwork. And again, this is a game that I think the solo component to it is really great, even though my wife and my friends actually like this game a lot too, but I haven't brought it out to the table in quite some time. So without further ado, let's go down to the table side and let's play a solo game of Parks. All right, as you can see, I went ahead and have the board set up for the solo experience, and there is a couple of minor changes here that I just want to discuss really quick. First thing is, in the solo game, we have this event card and the event tracker phase, and this event tracks both sunshine and water, and when these fill up, and you'll see it fill up throughout the game, then it'll activate what happens on the event card, and we have to do that action immediately. Also, we don't start the game with any gear cards. The gear cards are what's going to dictate how the Rangers move, and that's who I'm playing against. And speaking of players, I have selected the magenta color here. My 2 hikers and the Rangers, I thought it was apropos that they be green for U.S. Forest Service, so we are going to be competing against the green players here. Also in the solo game, a couple other things. We actually start with the camera down here, and we actually start with the first player marker. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to keep this every round, depending on who ends up down the trailhead first, and how the Rangers get to a certain spot on the track down at the very end. They can take this back from me and also the camera, but it could change back and forth numerous times. I have my campfire here, and lastly is this trail end. Here, generally in the 2 to 5 player game, you would play with this side, but in the solo game, we're going to have this side up, and again, depending on where the Rangers land, they will do certain actions here. We have our first 5 parts of our trail, and I'm going to play for 4 seasons, and these here I'm going to go ahead and shuffle, and these are the special, these are going to be the special actions or events, if you will, that get shuffled into this trail. So I'm going to put these 3 aside for right now, and now we're going to go ahead and shuffle this up, and this will present our season 1 tableau. And there should be 6 sections here. So this first round or first season should go relatively quickly. So let's go ahead and set that up. I'm going ahead and shuffle those. So wow, first thing out of the gate is the Parks action or buy gear. I like this one, but I don't know if I like it as the very first one coming out. Then we have our mountains. We have our vista where we can go ahead and take pictures, and because I have the camera in the beginning, it only cost me 1 resource there to go ahead and take a picture. Pictures are worth 1 point at the very end of the game. That's the same in the traditional 2 to 5 player game. And also the first player marker, whoever has this at the end of the game, hopefully me, will also score 1 point. Okay, so we'll go ahead and lay out our first event, And again, this starts with nothing on there right now, but if we ever fill up, or the Rangers ever fill up 3 sunshine, it's going to move the back hiker to the closest Ranger down the trail. And if they fill up all 3 water, it'll make me discard one of my gear. Right now I don't have any gear, but we'll see what happens. At the beginning of the game, I get, you'll just have to train on this. I went ahead and shuffled the canteens. I will start with 1 canteen. In this canteen is, if I fill this up with water, I can trade 2 resources for any other 2 resources. They cannot be the wild ones. That's okay, I guess. Next, we'll go ahead and display out our first 3 parks. And we have a 4, a 4, and a 3. So we have Great Sand Dunes National Park. We have Zion National Park, and we have Grand Canyon National Park. And man, aren't those just beautiful pictures? I just love the artwork in this game. So next up, before we start, we're going to go ahead and deal ourselves. I'm going to shuffle the year deck up. These are kind of like secret bonuses. They are generally secret bonuses in the 2 to 5 player game, but in the 1 player game, solo that is, we're going to go ahead and deal ourselves 2. We're going to go ahead and pick 1, and basically they're just bonus points that we could get at the end of the game. So I could choose visit 5 parks with water for 2 points, or visit 7 parks with water for 3 points. That might be kind of tough to do. Right now there's only 1 park showing with any kind of water. This one's also kind of tough to do. Have 12 of any 1 resource across all the parks that I visited. That would be 2 points. And if I got 18 of any 1 particular resource, I would get 3 points. I'm going to go ahead and select this one. I don't know if we'll be able to achieve it, but I'm going to set that down here in my tableau. We'll go ahead, put this card away. Oops, sorry, drop that there. Next, we're going to pick out our seasons, and that's going to how we fill up the trailhead here with our water and sunshine resources. For season number 1, parks cost 1 less water to visit. Well, there's only 1 park here that I care about right now, but our wet pattern is going to be water, sunshine, and water again. Now, whether it's in the solo game or the multiplayer game, the first tile is always skipped. So, starting with the second trailhead, we'll go water, sunshine, water, and then repeat that, water, sunshine, and there's not another water. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and start season number 1. So the first thing I want to do, I can take a parks, move my guy down the trail. Do I want a parks action? Do I want to reserve a park? Or do I want to move ahead? If I take this water, I get the water in the mountain. No gear out right now, so I really can't buy any gear, so it would have to be a parks action. I think I'm not going to do that. Even though I really like this tile, I wish it was down further down because I have no resources to do anything with anyway. So unfortunately, well, I do kind of like the mountain. Everything here has a mountain, so I think we'll just go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and grab a water and 1 mountain for our resources, and now we are going to have the Rangers move. And the Ranger is going to move 3 spots. And notice for 1, 2, and 3, depending on the amount of sunshine that comes out on the gear, that's how far the Ranger is going to move, depending on the Ranger. So this first Ranger, he's going to go ahead and move 1, 2, 3. He's going to take that sunshine and put it right on this tracker here. So 2 more to go, and that fills up and that triggers. So now it's back to me. And what do I want to do? Well, I think maybe I would like to get possibly some more resources before this guy might trigger that. So we'll go ahead and move this guy down to here. I will take this water again, and I will then take the 2 sunshine for visiting the valley. And now I'm getting pretty close to this Grand Canyon, achieving that one. I'm still a little far from getting these ones here, but it's up to the ranger to move now. And because I'm ahead, this ranger is going to move first. So that's 2. He is going to go 1, 2. He is going to grab that water and fill that ranger tracker up. And now it's back to me. So I have to decide what I want to do. I think I wouldn't mind trying going for this Great Sand Dunes National Park. I could reserve it, and if I'm lucky enough, when I get down to the end, I might have enough resources to buy it. So why don't we go ahead and, well, gosh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it. I can't trade any resources right now. Boy, that's a tough decision here. Do I go for... Well, I could jump up to here, and I could very possibly get Zion National Park. So as much as I hate to do this, I'm actually going to move this guy up to the forest here. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this sunshine and this forest. However, effectively that makes this ranger move next, and he is going to go ahead and move 3. So he goes 1, 2, and he's at the end of the trail. What he does is he's going to remove this last one. This is now out of play because he landed in this 3rd spot. He's also going to take these 2 Splendor cards of 3, and we're going to shuffle that back in. Back into this deck, and I just spilled these cards over. All right, we got to kind of reshuffle this up a little bit. So that was very fast. Notice that these 2 other rangers here didn't, ranger and the other hiker, they're still at the beginning of the trail. And that went much quicker than I anticipated. However, it is now my turn here. So I think I'll leave that guy, and I think at this point now, it wouldn't be a bad idea for me to a parks action here. And boy, I'm very close. I can almost get this. I've got 3 suns, 1. I'm going to go ahead and take the, I'm going to reserve this. So this is going to go into my reserve pile. I haven't visited it yet, but unlike the Rangers, when I remove a card from here, we're going to go ahead and refill that back up. And there is Denali National Park. That's a tough one to get. There's 4 mountains on there, and there's not a lot of chances to get mountains in this game unless you used wilds. So next up will be this ranger right here. He's the only ranger left. He is going to move 1. And this ranger never wants to bother me, so he is going to go ahead and move up to 1. I think I will go ahead and skip that and go all the way to the valley. And I will grab 2 sunshine here. And now definitely this guy is going to go. He's in last place. He's going to move 2 spaces. He's going to go 1, 2, and again, he's never going to want to share with me, so he's going to move forward 1. I think I am going to move this guy here to retain the first player token right here and reserve another park. So even though I might not think this might not be the wisest thing to do, I'm going to go ahead and reserve this park as well. And now we're going to go ahead and lay one out. Oh, that's a nice one. Grand Canyon National Park. Look at that picture. That would have 3 water and a lot of stuff coming out with mountains right now. So let's see. That was me. All right. So it'll be this ranger now, and this ranger will move 3 spaces, and he'll go 1, 2, and he's at the end, and he just hangs out with Buddy here. Now that these 2 rangers are at the end, I immediately have to move my hiker to the end of the trail. We didn't use the campground or fireplace at all, but I get to do one final action here. So at this point, I will visit a park, and I should have enough to visit Zion National Park. So right now that would cost 1 tree, 1 mountain, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 sunshine. Now I could spend some resources to take pictures right now to go ahead and give myself a point, but I don't think I want to do that right now. So we're getting ready for round number 2. So first things we do is we move all the rangers and hikers back to the beginning of the trail. We fill up any empty spots. So wow, okay, we have yet more mountains. 3 mountains. Boy, this is going to be a tough game, I think. Next, we're going to go ahead and remove our trail pieces, and we are going to go ahead and shuffle in. We're going to take the top one off. This was already previous shuffled, if you remember. We'll go ahead and add that, and we will shuffle in this new tile there and lay this out for season number 2. Okay, that's probably good right there. And let's start putting them out. So we're starting with mountains. And oh gosh, there's our park's lookout again. There's our ocean. There is our forest. There is our vista. The valley. And now we're going to add this last one in. And here is the wildlife. So for any one resource, I could turn in and get a wild resource. So I still have the first player marker. We'll go ahead and begin, but before we do that, I have to go ahead and set up the weather pattern for season 2. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that card and turn over the second season. This one is called the Season of Starlight. Parks cost 1 less sunshine to visit. So that's good to keep in mind. And our weather pattern is sunshine, water, sunshine. So we always skip the first one. So it would be sunshine, water, sunshine. And then we have sunshine, water, and sunshine to fill it out. So starting with number 2. Well, I need mountains, but I really like the fact to possibly reserve that park, but I still need mountains. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to just go here and grab a mountain. And then now our ranger is going to move, and he is going to move 2 spaces. So the ranger is going to go 1 and 2 and collect that sunshine. Actually, that sunshine is going to go on this tracker here. And now it is back to me. Boy, I think maybe. Wow, you know what? I think I'm going to go move this guy up to here, and I'm going to pick up this 1 water and 2 more waters. And then I'm going to fill my canteen, and you can only fill your canteen. Remember, you can only fill your canteen on a turn where you actually pick up water. So I picked up water here at the ocean. I'm going to go ahead and put that water to good use. I'm going to go ahead and trade these 2 waters in, and I think I am going to get 2 more mountains. So I'm very close. I'm much closer now to getting my reserved park ready, or possibly one of these other parks now that I have some mountains. So now we are going to let the Ranger go ahead and move. And the Ranger, because I'm ahead, this Ranger is going to move. He's going to move 2 spaces, 1, 2, and he is going to grab a sunshine and put it on the tracker. This immediately activates, move your back hiker to the closest Ranger down the trail. So this Ranger is immediately going to meet up with that Ranger. So that helps me a little bit, but now I'm kind of worried about not getting spaces down here. So we clear the 3 sunshine off. This card gets dismissed. We turn out another one. It's called Heat Wave. If the sunshines all fill up, it's the back Ranger moves to the closest hiker down the trail. Or if we fill up all the canteens, we have to discard a canteen. So I'm not sure we want to discard a canteen. I don't think it's going to happen this turn. There's only 1 water left, or at least on this scene. Okay, so what can we do? Well, I could pick up another mountain here. That would get me closer to doing this, which isn't so bad. That would get me 4 points, although this one is very attractive because it has 3 water, 1 sunshine, and 2 mountains as well. It's only worth 4 points, cost 1 more, but I don't know. I kind of like that one. So I'm going to chance it. I don't know if it's a smart tactic or not, but we're going to go ahead and just move our back hiker, and he's going to go ahead and grab yet another mountain. Our Rangers are up next, and Ranger doesn't matter tied, so one of them is going to move 3. 1, 2, 3, and take a sunshine. Okay, so next up, you know, I could visit that park right now. That wouldn't be bad, but I do have this one in reserve. But I don't have enough sunshine. However, oh, I can't visit that one. It says parks cost 1 less sunshine to visit. You know what? I can visit this one because you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do a parks action right now. I'm going to visit my reserved. So that cost me 3 mountains and theoretically 2 sunshine, but this card right here, the Season of Starlight, parks cost 1 last sunshine to visit. So it's only going to cost me 1 sunshine, and I go ahead and put that into my visited parks tableau. And we go ahead and get rid of these resources. Now the Ranger is going to go, and I believe it. Okay, so it's 2. So which one moves though? So the back Ranger moves. So when there's a Ranger ahead of everybody else or tied, it's the back Ranger moves. So this Ranger is going to go 1, 2, and he's going to grab this second piece of water. So now it's up to me. I could use a resource if I move. If I move to here, nothing has trees right now. This has sunshine. This has 2 sunshine. I could take a picture. Oh, I think I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go ahead and grab sunshine. Now, I have the ability right now, I could either grab a new canteen, or I could pay 1 resource to take a picture. And I don't know if I want to take a picture. I kind of want to save resources up. So maybe I take a second canteen because I got a feeling I might have to discard a canteen. That's what we're going to do. We're going to second canteen. Oh my gosh, it's the same exact one. Wow, wow, what are the chances of that? So the same exact canteen came out. So if I lose it, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So I'm okay. All right, so because the hiker or the ranger is ahead, the back Ranger is going to move. He's going to move to the last spot. He's going to go 1, 2. He is going to remove this from the game. And again, we are going to shuffle these 3 Sunshine Gear cards back into this deck at this point. Okay. All right. It is now my turn. And let's see, what do I want to do? Well, I'm not going to be able to get any more mountains this turn unless I go to wild, which I don't want to do. So maybe I start picking up some extra resources. So maybe I go move this guy to the ocean. I pick up 2 water, and because I have an empty canteen, maybe, just maybe, I trade in. Parks cost 1 less sunshine to visit. So what if I traded in 1 sunshine? Let's see if I can do this. If I trade in 1 sunshine and 1 water, does that make sense to me? I could just get 2 more mountains. Let's see. Parks cost 1 less. I need 3 waters, though. I just don't think... I think I'm going to take that back. I don't see how that helps me out. I was hoping I might be able to get that. I just don't think that I can. So let's just go ahead. I'll just stay with that. And now this ranger, oh boy, I kind of have put myself in a pickle because he is definitely going to move to the end, and I have to move to the end. So hang on, let me think about this for a second. I thought about it for a few minutes, and the only viable possible thing I could have done is used my campfire to go up to this wildlife, trade in one of these things, but I'm not going to be able to do that. I can't catch up. It's going to be his turn. If I put water in there, I'm still going to be shy stuff, so I'm not going to do anything. Unfortunately, this season 2 is kind of a bust for us. So this ranger here is going to move to the end. Oh, bummer. And he is going to grab this card and get it out of the game. And unfortunately, he's also going to take the first player marker. So they are going to start season number 3, and that also costs me a point. So unfortunately, I immediately have to move to the end. I don't necessarily know if I want to reserve that park. That 4 mountains is going to get hard to get, and I don't have any parks to visit. The best thing I could do is possibly buy a gear. So, and I can only take 1 final action there. So both of these guys are going to move down to the end of the trail. I'm going to keep my camera, but I'm going to buy a gear. So for the cost of 1 sunshine, I am going to go ahead and buy this one, and parks now cost 1 less sunshine to visit for the remainder of the game for me. Boy, that turn definitely, or that season didn't really work out for me the way that I hoped. So anyway, we're moving into getting ready to start season number 3. We move our guys and rangers back to the end of the trail. We will fill out 2 new parks to fill up those empty spots. Ooh, this one looks viable to me. Except I need stuff with sunshine. If I'm going to go the route where I need to have at least 12 of one, I've already got 6 sunshine and I have no water. So this one, even though it's worth 1 less point, it is slightly more attractive to me. This still isn't bad because I do have 4 mountains already, but it's going to be very hard to get 4 mountains. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and remove our trail, and we're going to go ahead and mix in the piece for season number 3, and we'll go ahead and shuffle this up and get ready to lay this out. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start. Wow, gosh. Hey there, folks. Sorry about the brief interruption, but I want to give you a heads up. Here in seasons 3 and 4, you're going to notice a couple of audio issues that are going to come up. I think when I make these very long recordings, sometimes the software has a hard time syncing up the audio. So you might notice a couple of audio drops towards the end of the video, where you're going to see my hands do something and my voice catch up a couple of seconds after the fact. It shouldn't affect the gameplay, but I noticed it during editing, so that's why I wanted to give you this message. I think in the future, I just need to break these recordings up a little bit into smaller chunks. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the video, and let's get right back to season number 3. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start. Wow, gosh. Okay, the lookout is the very first one, followed by the lodge. This is a new one for us. We can exchange any 2 resources for any other 2 resources. They don't have to be the same, and except it cannot be wild. We have forest, we have our ocean, we have our mountain, we have valley, our vista, and finally making room for wildlife again towards the end. So now we need to set up our weather pattern in our season, so we get rid of that one, turn over this season. It says this is the season of splendor, add 3 sunshine on the 3 current parks. Okay, so there's 1, 2, and 3. And our weather pattern now is water and sunshine. So we skip the first one, water, sunshine, water, sunshine, water, sunshine, and water. Unfortunately, I don't have the first player token, so the Rangers are going to start this turn, and they are going to start immediately with 2. So Ranger is going to go down here, 2. Going to grab that water. They are going to fill up this ranger tracker with water, and now we have to discard one of our canteens. So one of my canteens goes away. It's discarded for the remainder of the game. This event card is discarded, and we got to clear off the water here. Oh, and also I forgot to clear off this water here. At the beginning of every season, you need to clear that off. So that is going away. And let's go ahead and put out our new event card. So it is called Government Shutdown. If all 3 sunshines are filled up, move the active ranger to the site before the trail ends. So he would immediately go down to the wildlife preserve. And if we fill up all 3 of the waters, discard a reserved park and all of your wilds. So right now I have no reserve parks and I have no wilds. So, okay, now it's my turn. But I wouldn't mind reserving a park right now. So why don't we go ahead and do that? I can't visit anything, but I can reserve a park. So, that's worth 3 points, and that gives me a sunshine. So let's, boy, but I have 4. This is worth more points, but I don't have any water in my tableau. So I think this might be the slightly smarter move now. So I'm going to go ahead and reserve that park, and we will go ahead and lay out a new one. Oh, Carlsbad Caverns National Park. Wow, what a nice card. Look at this card. That is just, look at how pretty that is. That's really nice. Man, I just love the artwork in this game. Okay. Anyway, getting back to the trail. This ranger is up ahead, so this ranger will be the first. He will move now, and he is going to move 2. He's going to go 1, 2. They're totally fine sharing a place together. Which kind of opens this. That's not too bad for me. Maybe I grab this sunshine. Oh, I could grab this. I might grab this one here. I might leapfrog these guys. I'm going to go ahead and grab that water and 2 more waters. And let's see, I think I'm going to take my water, fill my canteen, and I am going to go ahead and take these 2 waters and trade them in for mountains, because now this one is looking more attractive to me all of a sudden. I could do a run mountains after all. I now have 3 mountains, and I'm guaranteed I could use my campfire. I haven't used it at all yet, but I could use my campfire even if he gets there first to grab another mountain. So anyway, it's the ranger's turn, and the ranger is going to move up 1. He will grab a splendor or a sunshine there and fill up the tracker. Now it's my turn. Oh boy, I think I might actually, I might move up ahead right here, grab this sunshine and this mountain. So I could definitely visit that park, and that will grab me another sunshine too. That's not so bad. Okay, so now the first ranger, he's going to move because he's right behind me. So he is going to move 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3. He is going to grab this water right there. I think now is a good time for me to go ahead and move this guy. I will move there and take a parks action. And I think I will visit a park. And I think right now I will spend all 4 of my mountains to visit Denali National Park. And I grab that sunshine well. So now in my tableau I have 8 mountains and 6 sunshine. I only need 4 more mountains and I get those bonus points there, or 6 more sunshine. And because I grabbed that park, we're going to go ahead and fill this up, and that's not too shabby. That's 2 more sunshine. Okay, so that was my turn. Now, because he's ahead, this ranger is going to move, and he is going to move 2 spaces. So he's going to go 1, 2. I still have this in my reserve. I have absolutely no forests. There are forests needed here. You know, I could actually grab that, but that's, even though that gets me 4 points, I'm so far behind on water. It might be actually better for me to work on one of these 2 cards right here, and maybe this card, because that will add 2 more sunshine. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move forward 1 right here to the lodge, and I am going to trade in 2 waters, and I am going to go ahead and grab 2 forests for that. Okay, and the ranger is still ahead, so this back ranger is going to move, and he is going to move 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. He's going to take that sunshine. He's going to activate, move the active ranger to the site before the trail ends. Well, he's automatically going to move right there, and he is going to grab that water. So these 3 sunshine are gone, and they go back to the supply. This card is discarded, and we have to put out another event deck, or another event card. And this one is closing hours. Rangers immediately move again if all 3 of those are filled up, or if they fill up all the water, which there's no more left, but they make me discard all my sunshine. So we have to make some bold moves here, probably. I wouldn't mind visiting this park right now. I might have to do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to jump this guy ahead. I think I'm going to jump him ahead to visit a park right now. And I am going to go ahead and spend This would be 2 forest and 2 sunshine, but remember this season here, the season of splendor. Oh no, no, it's this card. I'm sorry. My trail map, my gear card. Parks cost 1 sunshine to visit, so I only have to pay 1 sunshine. So basically I'm going to pay this to the supply, and I'm going to go to Arches National Park and put that in my tableau. And now we're going to reveal another card here. That's not too bad. I kind of like mountains, but we only have, we're getting towards the end of season here. Since I finished up here, now this guy has to go ahead and move. He's going to move to the third and final one. This arc goes away, and we're going to shuffle these gear cards back into the main deck. Do not refill that up. Okay, so we went ahead and shuffled those up, put that back down. Now it is my guy's turn. Well, let's see. If I get a mountain, I could very possibly be able to do this one. So you know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump ahead right to here, and I am going to go ahead and grab this mountain. And I think I might visit that park here. So it is going to be Ranger's turn. Ranger is going to move 1 space. Boy, what do I do? Do I go? This is 3, but I could go for the mountains. This one I think is still a better deal for me. Let's see. I could use more sunshine though. Do I want? I'm guaranteed pretty much, unless he lands here, and it's very possible he does. It's very possible that I could sneak this one right now if I moved all the way to the end. And here's the trick. Do I want to... You know what? I could possibly grab myself a point right now, though, by taking a picture. I do have the camera. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and move up to here. I'm going to go ahead and use my campfire, and I'm going to share this space with him. I'm going to spend one of my resources right now. I'm going to spend a sunshine, and I'm going to take a picture. And pictures are worth 1 point at the end of the game, so that guarantees me at least 1 point. It's now his turn, and I just pray that he does not get a 2, because if he does, then that one goes away. So I don't want him to get a 2. And he gets a 3. Okay, I'm okay with that. So he's going to go to the end. This technically gets shuffled back into this deck yet again. And since I am the last guy on the trailhead, I get to move immediately to the end and take one last action, and I'm going to go ahead and visit a park. And I think for me, I'm going to go ahead and do Carlsbad Caverns, because it's only going to cost me 1 mountain and 1 raindrop, if you will, because, and remember, I don't have to pay sunshine because of this, my gear card. So I have visited that park. That gets me 2 points. And now my sunshine, I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I only need 3 more sunshine, and if I do, I get 2 points at the end of the game as part of my bonus action. And look at this. I don't think this has ever happened to me in all the times I've played. I haven't had all 4 rangers down here at the end in the same spot. It is what it is. So we move all our guys back down to the trailhead, and we're getting ready for the last season. This will be season number 4. We go ahead and fill out our new cards. Oh, wow, that's a good one. That's a great one. That's a good one too. But I like that. Both of these are great cards because that might push me over the edge on both the mountains and the sunshine, especially Badlands. But that might be a little tough to do. That's a lot of resources there. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and collect our trail. And we're going to go ahead and mix in the very last trail piece and go ahead and shuffle these up. This game, I really like it because even though it's kind of zen, and I said that earlier, it's got a really kind of a cool puzzle element to it too. You more or less have to kind of figure out like, okay, if I trade this, I could get these two resources and I could pay for one of these things later. The only thing that kind of messes you up, if you know, that's seen it happen more than one time, is if you're set up to get something and then the ranger lands on that space and he clears it out. So anyway. All right, ready to go ahead and lay down. There's our forest. There is our lodge. We now have the river, and the action on this is when you land on that, you can spend a water. Go ahead and copy any other action that a ranger or your hiker is on. There's our lookout. There's our ocean. There's our mountain, our valley, our wildlife, and finish up with our vista. And don't forget, we got to empty up our canteen at the beginning of the round, or the beginning of the season. Now we're going to get ready to display our next season. Number 4, the last one. It says, Season of Stone. Gain 1 sunshine if you gain any mountain on a turn. So anytime I gain a mountain, and that doesn't just have to be this one here. I could, if I get a wild one, anytime that I gain a mountain. And again, if I trade stuff in to get mountains, that would also trigger that. So our weather pattern is water, rain, or water, sunshine, sunshine. We skip the first one. So it's water, sun, sun, water, sun, sun, water, sun. And he still has the first player marker, so he is going to go first. Maybe if I get to the end, if I get that marker by the end of the game, that counts as 1 point for me. I'm also going to go ahead and flip over my campfire. So now we're ready to start season number 4, and the ranger is going to move first. And he is immediately going to move 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, and he is going to fill up the tracker with a sunshine. And there's nothing on here with a forest. So I don't know if that does any good for anything. This is kind of attractive to me. I think I'm going to move to the lodge, and I'll tell you why. When I move to the lodge, I'm going to pick up this water right now. This water, I do not have to fill up my canteen. I can immediately just take 2 of my resources, which I'll take these 2 waters right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade those in. I'm going to get 1 mountain and 1 sunshine. So that should help me cover both of these right here. Okay. Now, since it is this ranger is up front, the back ranger is going to move, and he is also going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. So they're just going to camp out together there. It's possible I could. Oh man. If I had another water, I could immediately take that one right. Oh, you know what? Okay, I have to retcon something. Gain 1 sunshine if you gain any mountain on a turn. Remember, I traded up 1 thing for a mountain, so I should have got another sunshine here. I just caught myself. So I actually do have 3 sunshine and 2 mountains. I could actually do this one right now, which I think I'm going to do. So I'm immediately going to, do I use this guy here? I think I'm going to move. I don't want to copy any actions. There's nothing to copy. So I think I am going to move here. I'm going to grab this shine, and I'm going to do a parks action. I'm going to go ahead and visit a park right now. And oh gosh, I keep forgetting about this guy too. I have this one down in my reserve, but this is worth more to me right now. I'm going to go ahead and visit this one. So that should cost me 2 mountains. Pay for that. And remember, this costs 1 less sunshine visit, so instead of 4, it only costs me 3 sunshine. And I have now visited Badlands National Park, and I get to go ahead and fill this out. Oh wow, there's another good one. Sunshine and mountains. I could kill it here. So let's quick count of what I have. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 13 sunshines right now. I just need 5 more sunshines, and I could get the 3 bonus points. It's going to be tough to do. How many? So I've already got those 2 points, but just for the heck of it, what is our mountain? I have 8 mountains, 9, 10. I have 11 mountains, so only 1 more mountain shy from getting 2 points. I don't think I can score this twice. I think you only score it once. Yeah, it says have 12 of one type. I don't know though. I mean, I'll let that could be a house rule for you guys. I mean, there's very close that I could actually score both mountains and suns over 12. So do you give yourself 2 points for each of those for a total of 4? I don't know. I have to find out I don't know what the official ruling is on that. So anyway, that was me. So our rangers are going to move. Ranger is going to move 2 times. 1, 2. He is automatically going to complete this one. It's, oh, discard all the sunshine. Good thing I spent the sunshine when I did, because he filled that up. I lose that sunshine. So these 3 waters go back to the supply. We discard this card. Our new event card is Cold Spell. Move the back ranger to the front ranger if the sun is filled up. Or if all the water is filled up, discard all of your forests. Well, I don't have any forests, and nor do I foresee myself getting anything, really. So I might, even though I reserved this, I might not go for it. I really wouldn't mind getting one of these things. So I think what I'd like to possibly do, I really need a mountain. Oh man, I don't see how I could get it. I need, oh, this is going to be tough. The only way I could get possibly another mountain is if I visit this wild here. It would be nice to get this and then possibly copy in action by using my campground here and getting that. That would be nice to get those 3 suns. However, I think I'm going to go here. So I'm going to go ahead and move this hiker up to there. I'm going to take this mountain, or excuse me, this sunshine and a mountain. Because I'm on track, I could possibly get either one of those at this point. All right, so I'm up ahead. This ranger has to move, and he is going to move 1. He's not going to hang out with me. He's going to skip the next one, so he's going to go right there. Okay, now maybe it's time I start moving this guy. Maybe I reserve that. Maybe I reserve that just in case. You know, can I visit it? No, I still need another mountain. But I will get another sunshine. You know what? I think I am. I'm going to go ahead and reserve another park. So I am going to take this gentleman here. I'm going to move him there. And I am going to reserve this park for myself. Okay, since this ranger is ahead, the back ranger has to move. He is going to move 2 spaces. So he's going to go 1, 2. You know what? I like this idea right here that I'm having. I'm going to move this hiker to this spot right here. I'm going to grab this water. I'm not going to use my canteen anymore. I'm going to turn around right now, spend this water to trade it in for a wild. So I could use that for anything. So now that I'm ahead, this ranger is going to move. He is going to move 3 spots. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to get rid of the very last park. He's going to take these Splendor cost of 3 and shuffle these back into this deck. And we have to start figuring out, we're probably just got a couple of moves left. And I would really like to get this Guadalupe Mountains National Park in my tableau. And I still have the camera, but gosh, if I go there, I can guarantee myself 1 point, but I don't want to reserve a park any longer. So it's 1 point versus, even if I reserve a park, I could technically, I could get the Channel Islands, but I'd rather get something that'll a couple more points to it. So that was him. So now my turn to move. I think, well, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and grab this last sunshine, and I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the game, if I still retain the camera, I could spend anything left over to take pictures, as long as I retain the camera, and that will score me 1 point each for one of those. So now it'll be this ranger, and this ranger is going to move 2, 1, 2. I think it's safe for me to, I could grab this mountain. I think I will. No, you know what? If I grab that, I'm guaranteed 1 point. And I could reserve that. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go here, grab the first marker back. That guarantees me 1 point for the remainder of the game. And I'm going to go ahead and reserve this park here. And I'm going to go ahead and lay out Sequoia National Park. And there's a chance that either one of us are going to get that, or I'm never going to be able to get that, but I'm guaranteed more or less to get one of these. So I'm hoping to get this, the number 3, but we'll see. Anyway, this ranger is now going to move, and hopefully he gets a 1 or a 2, so I have 1 more movement. And yes, he gets a 2, so he goes 1, 2. This is 1 more opportunity for me to get something. So you know what? I might go jump right up to here. That gets me 2 resources, and again, if I retain that camera, I get to spend those. So let's see what happens. I don't want him getting a 2. A 1 or a 3 is great. I do not want him getting a 2 because he'll take the camera. And he gets a 1. Okay, awesome. So he would go to here, and he would ditch the leftmost park. And why is that blank? That should not be blank unless I grabbed it. I probably should have filled that somehow. That probably should have been, you know, somewhere along the line. I'm sure that I should have filled this in. It's probably most likely this, if you follow this. I've drawn this card first. That was blank. No one was down there, so we should have filled this one up first with Sequoia. I don't know how I missed that. And then technically, when I grabbed the early reserve, this one, I would have filled this one up. Now that he's at this leftmost space, he would immediately discard this one. Somewhere I'll probably catch it. I do my editing on this video, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened there. It shouldn't affect the game, whether I'm right or I'm wrong. It shouldn't affect anything that you're seeing here right now. So he made it to the end. I have to move to the end. I'm going to go ahead and visit a park. So I'm going to go ahead and spend a mountain and a wild and 1 sunshine, because I only need to spend 1 sunshine to get to this right here. So I'll go ahead and Get rid of that. And then finally, I have 4 resources left over. So I'm going to spend all 4 resources. And I'm just going to grab 4 picture tokens. So that would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Put the other one back. And so this is now we're at the end. The game is technically over. We did not visit these 2 reserved parks. Now we just get on to final scoring. So let's count up how many parks I visited. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I visited 7 parks. And so now we just total up the value here. So 4 and 8, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20. So 24 points just in parks. This would cost, this is 1 point, so there's 25. Each one of these is 5 points, or excuse me, 1 point each, but I have 5 of them, so there's an additional 5 points. That's 30 points right now. And I do believe it says have 12 of any of the resource types in my parks. I definitely believe I made that on the suns. So we have, let's the suns up again here. This one's kind of hiding. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I made it with 15 sunshine. So that would have given me 2 more points for a grand total of 32. And according to how the book scores here, solo mode scoring, that's pretty good. 30 plus, your time on the trail was unforgettable experience. You made memories that will last a lifetime. Congrats. So there you go. There is my solo playthrough of parks. And I hope you really enjoyed that. I know I kind of talk a lot while I'm playing, but I kind of like, talking you through how everything is done. I'm very excited, though, to know that there's an expansion. There was a Kickstarter back in 2020 for an expansion to this. So hopefully it will add some more gear card elements, a couple more new mechanics, but more specifically these cards. I mean, we barely touched the surface of these cards. I mean, this game is just absolutely just beautiful, all the different cards. And what I really like about this too is, it tells you when the what am I trying to say? The national park or the park became a park, if you will. There's a little bit of history down here, a lore down here that you can read. So it's a learning thing. But I mean, just look at how peaceful these pictures are. I mean, just so nice to look at and so pleasant to take a look at. And it's a competitive game, but it's not violent. There's not a lot of take that element to it. There's a little bit, I guess, in the sense that you might grab a part that someone else wants to grab, but. Anyway, the components are really nice. I think there's always a lot of replayability to this. It's really fun with other players. Solo, I'll tell you right now, I played it quite a few times solo, so I generally do score in the 20s or the mid to upper 20s and 30s. So once you kind of figure out how the puzzle works a little bit, it really shouldn't be that hard to get into that upper tier. But I'm okay with that because I just love the puzzle element to this game. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, again, my solo playthrough here on Pips-N-Chits of Keymaster Games Parks, again. And until next time, go ahead. If you like this, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Leave me a comment below. And if you want to see more play style of this, go ahead and let me know. And when I get that expansion, we'll go ahead and break that out. But for now, hey, have a great day, and thanks for tuning in.